So before I started scripting this video, I posted this photo to Facebook. It's just a photo documenting the fact that I was about to start writing a script for this video. It got me thinking about how our society is increasingly focused on documenting every thought, every photo, every experience we have with the intent of sharing it online. In past videos I've talked about how new media shaped our culture because I find the whole phenomenon fascinating. Anyway, it got me thinking about my own experiences with new media and how my own behaviors change as a result of it. For example, I went to a fireworks show on the 4th of July, America! And I spent the entire show like this, trying to capture that one perfect photo of the fireworks. After dozens and dozens of tries, I finally captured that perfect photo, and then immediately put it on Facebook. Ever since the invention of the camera, people have been taking photos of people, places, and things in order to A, capture the experience in physical form, and B, share the experience with others. People value photos because they evoke the memory of the experience. The smell of the air, the sounds in the background, the way you felt in that moment. Unfortunately, when I look at my fireworks photos, my recollection of that night is dominated by memories of staring at this little screen, trying to capture that perfect photo. I don't really remember how brightly those flashes of light lit up the sky, or how those thundering explosions felt in my chest, because I was trying too hard to capture the moment on camera. It's ironic, really. I didn't want to make the mistake again of trying to capture the moment versus living in it, so when I went to Cedarburg the next day, I chose not to document the experience in photo or video form. Quick little background. Cedarburg is a small town in Wisconsin that's known for its historic buildings, including an old woolen mill that now houses a number of small shops and a winery. I was in Cedarburg this past weekend because I had never been there before and I wanted to explore this quaint and pleasant town. I had a lot of fun walking through the shops, trying foods like Tommaso's Pizza and Amy's Caramel Apples, and doing a wine tasting at Cedar Creek Winery. It was during the drive home when I realized that my only evidence of this trip were some bottles of wine and the one photo documenting the purchase of said wines. The wine will be consumed and forgotten, and the photo will be drowned in a sea of status updates and other photos shared on Facebook. I kept thinking about how great it would have been if I had taken some video of the trip and turned it into another Thoughts from Places blog. But would my memory really be the same if I was experiencing my trip through my camera? It's something I've always wondered about with people who make daily vlogs. They spend half the day filming themselves, and the other half editing themselves into this little video, which they then use to relive the experience and share with others. The balance of living in the moment and capturing it seems to be tipping in favor of the latter, because we now have these platforms that enable this behavior, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Vine, and Tumblr. The idea is that if we capture the moment, we can relive the memory online. But it's not a true memory, is it? Warning. Psychology major talking. Pretend this paper is a memory. The purest, untainted form of this memory is when the event first occurs and then gets stored in your brain. Every time you retrieve that memory and put it back, the memory gets slightly altered. The more we retrieve that memory, the more different it becomes from how the event actually occurred. That's why it's so hard to recall a speech verbatim, or why it's difficult for witnesses to recall a criminal suspect. So we do things to preserve these memories, like taking photographs and videos. But at what cost? Would you rather document the event, thereby missing the chance to live in the moment? Or would you rather fully experience the moment, even if you miss the chance to preserve the memory for the future? Yeah, these are things I think about. I'd really like to hear your thoughts on this topic, so if you have a minute, please leave a comment on your thoughts regarding living in the moment versus capturing it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Got one take at this. America!